What's good, guys? Welcome back to the UCC channel. I am of course Checkmate, coach of Twickenham Passimian, and today is going to be a little bit different because we are up against Jake, coach of the Devious Dittos. Obviously he has his own YouTube channel, Devious Ditto, and we are going to be doing a live battle today, so you can get excited for that. But this is the team builder before the battle. And as I say, we are up against Jake, coach of the Devious Dittos, and so far this season I believe we are 5-3 after I think we played Elliot last week and we managed to pick up a fairly fantastic win. So definitely looking to keep that going, because Jake is in fact our biggest rival when it comes to making playoffs, well, him and Alan are. So we need to win out the rest of the season to really give us the best opportunity for competing in the playoffs. So quickly going over my team, we have our Tier 1 Mega Voltaria, our Tier 1 of Magiana, Tier 2s of Celebi, Mamoswine and Mandibuzz, Tier 3s of Menial, Cobalion and Tentacruel, Tier 4s of Arizion, Moltres and Ambipom, and a Tier 5 of Miltank. Now, looking at Jake's team, if I can find it somewhere. Where is it? There it is. He has Tier 1s of the Tyranitar and the Blacephalon. He has Tier 2s of the Mimikyu, the Como and the Magnezone, and also his Mega, which is the Aerodactyl. His Tier 3s are the Vaporeon and the Silvally. Tier 4s of Shiftry and Ditto, and Tier 5s, and also a Abomasnow, I believe. No, Tier 5. And then he's got Tier 5 of Rotom and potentially the Abomasnow. So this I found to be quite a difficult team to actually prepare for, but I think with the team we've actually come out with at the end, I think it's actually going to stand a very, very good chance of coming out on top. And it's got some unique sets, and I think with the way we've prepared, I think it's actually going to work out very nicely. So the first thing I had to really consider when preparing for Jake's team is of course that Blacephalon, which he drafted himself the best check to it with the obviously that Tyranitar. So we needed to be, we've actually got a fairly good check ourselves in the Miltank. And as you can see on screen, we've actually opted to go for the Rockium Z, which isn't so much for the damage output, it's more stopping him tricking me, because if I get tricked, that means I don't reliably check the Blacephalon anymore, because I do not recover up on it, because I'm a very supportive Miltank, and obviously I'm fully specially defensive in order to take those hits. With the thick fat, we really do not take an awful lot from Blacephalon, even Specs doesn't KO us, seeing as it doesn't get any fighting coverage. So really expecting Miltank to put in a lot of work this time. He's going to have a big shift against that Blacephalon, which, as I say, could carry that trick option, which is what we're opting to stop. So yeah, we got the Rockium Z with a thick fat, got Rock Slide, Stealth Rock, Toxic and Milk Drink. We did opt for the Rock Slide instead of the Earthquake, because we don't want to hit that Aerodactyl, which is a very big threat to our team. We don't have anything that really wants to be able to take that thing on. Mandibuzz doesn't take that much from a Stone Edge, it takes just over 50%, but it's not ideal. We do want something that, if he's going to, we want something to be able to hit it essentially. So that's why we've got the Rock Slide instead of the Earthquake. Obviously this does mean we're a little bit more vulnerable to the Magnezone, but that doesn't get any reliable recovery, so fingers crossed with the team we've brought, we should be able to wear that down fairly quickly. So yeah, we got the Miltank right there. Continuing on, we have the Mamoswine. We've got a Life Orb Adamant Mamoswine. It's a really, really good check, or offensive check anyway, to the Mega Aerodactyl. Once again, looking to make sure that thing doesn't become a problem for us. We've got Adamant Nature with max attack. Got enough speed to outspeed Magnezone, I believe. Max speed Magnezone, which is pretty important because we don't really want to get Flash Cannon to the face. So we got the Ice Shard, the Icicle Spear for the Mimikyu. We got the Earthquake and the Knockoff Not really expecting to use knockoff particularly unless he brings something like a physically defensive Rotom, because we do really hit everything really hard with Ice Plus ground coverage. Also depends on the Silvally set, I guess. I don't think there's any one type he can bring which resists both of them. I mean, bulky water could be a problem maybe, but he does obviously have that Vaporeon, so it'd be nice to knock that off as well. So yeah, fairly simple set for the Mamoswine, obviously thick fat as well, so we'll be able to take a little bit less from the potential Blizzard or something from the, or Ice Shard from the Abomasnow, and obviously we take less from the Fire move from the Blacephalon, so we might potentially be able to live a hit as well with our fair bit of bulk we have as well. Continuing on, we do have Mandibuzz, which is our dedicated switch into the Mimikyu. I kind of debated between the Charty Berry and the Roselia Berry for this game, but I've opted the Roselia Berry because I don't have a good check to Mimikyu. So the idea is with this is we switch hard into Mimikyu on with the Mandibuzz. We've obviously got the Overcoat so we don't take Hail or Sandstorm damage, and that's on his Sword Stance. We then have the ability to go straight for a U-turn because he doesn't one-shot us, and U-turn is going to break his disguise, and it gives us a free switch into Arcabalion, which is able to outspeed it and knock it out with the Iron Head, of course. So, fully physically defensive, we only take, I think, max 65% from an Adamant Stone Edge from Mega Aerodactyl. We do a huge amount of damage in return with a Foul Play, or we can just sit there and try and roost until he misses as well, should we have to. So, yeah, Mandibuzz plays a really, really important role. Obviously, we don't really have a good switch in for that Mega Tyranitar, for that Tyranitar. So we're really going to have to play that one by ear and see how it turns out. But we're not really going to want to switch in Mandibuzz on T-Tar because T-Tar is stronger, potentially with a Banded Stone Edge. Moving on, we have this beautiful set with our Altaria. I believe at +2 it outspeeds everything on Jake's team, depending if you Scarf Blacephalon, I think. But yeah, this is designed that it can check the Ditto, even if I set up. So, start off we have 0 happiness. So, unless he is teching 0 happiness on his Ditto, which I think is unlikely, then he's not going to be doing any damage with Frustration. Then we've got Dragon Dance plus Cotton Guard, so even if he does tech the right happiness, then we also have the ability to set up Cotton Guard, because he cannot one-shot us with a Frustration and we one-shot him in return. I think he needs a 6.3% chance to actually OHKO us with the attack. So Altaria here is going to be incredibly good. It's a late game sweeper, it really doesn't matter. If we're on +3 attack and +3 defense, he can't one-shot us and we do return, or in return one-shot him because obviously we have a higher HP stat. So I'm really excited to see Altaria Bespin do a lot of work this game. Obviously we need to wear down the potential Vaporeon. We need to break a disguise on Mimikyu, and depending on his Silvally and Magnezone as well. If he's got Steel Silvally, maybe that could be a problem as well, though we do get Earthquake. He might opt to bring Fairy instead, potentially. Although expecting it's probably going to be Ice, if he brings it at all. So yeah, Rooster's obviously there for a bit of longevity, and we've got a fair bit of speed. We don't outspeed Magnezone, but without coverage for it, it's not the end of the world. I think we do have a good switch in being our Virizion at the end anyway, so we'll see how that rolls out. So this is probably going to be our primary switch into the Tyranitar. We don't have any reliable recovery at all, but with base 129 defense, we should be able to take any hit it wants to throw at us, even Earthquakes. And if it does Earthquake, we can double out into either a Mandibuzz or Virizion. Because we do have the Volt switch, and with Scarfed, so we guaranteed outspeed as well. So we've got the Iron Head, Close Combat, Stone Edge and Volt Switch. So we hit his team very, very hard, and it also outspeeds the Mega Aerodactyl and the Blacephalon. So if the Blacephalon somehow ends up being out of hand, we can always come in with this, either Iron Head it to finish it off, we go for a Stone Edge, Volt Switch, just get a bit of extra chip on it really, and threaten it that way. So I'm feeling really confident with Cobalion. It's going to put in a lot of work. We've got a minor special attack nature. It doesn't make an awful lot of difference with Volts, which really isn't doing a lot, and I'd rather keep the defensive stats. Lastly, we have a very interesting Grizzlion set. Very bulky, designed to be able to switch into the Magnezone without any sort of complications, unless he's hidden power flying, which I think is probably quite unlikely. So we've got Life Orb, Energy Ball, Close Combat, Toxic and Synthesis. So as you can see, we've got a minor special attack nature with 96 EVs in special attack. This is also designed to check the Vaporeon. We don't really have an awful lot on the team that is able to beat the Vaporeon 1v1, and the idea behind this Virizion is that it can switch in. If it gets burnt by a Scald, it's not the end of the world. We originally had Leaf Blade on here, but with this set, Energy Ball guaranteed Turkio's physically defensive Vaporeon anyway, and if we get burnt, then we really don't beat it 1v1. We've got the Toxic on there anyway. We've got Close Combat for the Tyranitar. Obviously it hits the Aerodactyl fairly hard, it hits the Shiftry, hits potentially the Silvally, obviously hits that Magnezone, hits the Tyranitar, hits the Abomasnow. So, I mean, his best switch into this, defensively, regarding typing anyway, is the Blacephalon, which is Frail anyway. Excuse me. So, yeah, feeling very confident with this Virizion. I think it can put in a lot of work. Obviously, Synthesis errors make sure we don't get too weakened down by the probable Volt switches from the Magnezone, and we can keep ourselves at a reasonable amount of HP. Obviously, do need to be aware that in the Hail or this Sand, we're going to be only healing 25%, so I need to keep myself aware of that as well, especially getting worn down by Life Orb as well. So yeah, that is the team overview. Feeling pretty confident. I think although the matchup's fairly rough defensively, I feel like we've managed to work out a couple of sets which are going to match up fairly well, and I think that we are going to be able to come out with a fairly reasonable win. So I'm not sure if we set up well with the Altaria, how he's going to beat it, because we can pump the defense up very, very well, and then I don't think he's got anything that's going to be able to break through outside of that Magnezone. So as long as we take care of that, I think we're going to be golden. So from there, yeah, I think we're going to jump straight into the battle, so we'll be with that shortly. Okay, so we have just challenged Jake. Oh, there we are, we're in the battle. So as you can see, he has decided to not bring his Tyranitar, which is fantastic, and he hasn't brought Magnezone, which is also fantastic. Alright, so unsurprisingly we see the Ditto there. He's got the Mega Aerodactyl, he has the Silvally, he has the Mimikyu, Blacephalon and the Abomasnow. So my dedicated lead is the Mandibuzz. It covers basically his whole team. We get to find out what he switches into should he lead Ditto, because he'll U-turn, and then we get the initiative. If we lead something like Aerodactyl to try and get Stealth Rocks up, I guess that's a problem, but not the end of the world. There's a Ditto, just as expected. So it's a free U-turn, he sees our set, doesn't matter. So we're going to get the initiative here. He'll just click U-turn. I guarantee it, it'll do like 5%, so. Alright, he gets a crit. It's a good start for him. Doesn't make an awful lot of difference, I have to say. Not at this moment, anyway. I'm assuming it won't matter later on. Obviously goes to Silvally, and we can see that it's in fact Silvally normal. Okay. That sounds good. I'm okay with that. Alright. Let's see if he is uninvested. How much did we do? We did 9. So he's got at least some bulk. So he's actually... Is there a chance he's fully physically defensive? No. Can't be fully phys def. Looks like he's max HP. Okay. Alright, so let's see how much Virizion does. 81 to 96. That's a lot of damage. He could have air slash though, so I'd rather go into Cobalion. Or Mamoswine. Mamoswine works. What does Mamoswine do? Alright, so Mamoswine does about 61, 73. Okay. I think we're going to go to Cobalion. Actually, I don't think it'll do as much as... Yeah, it does about the same as Virizion. I think we'll just Volt Switch, to be honest. He could have Flamethrower, I guess? To be honest, Virizion's a little less useful now that he doesn't have... Yeah, we're going to go Virizion. He could have Air Slash. But I think we want to... It doesn't have Vaporeon either. Huh. Alright. Just click Toxic. As he goes Ditto. Not surprised. He'll see our set. He'll probably go for a CC if he wants to. Really doesn't make an awful lot of difference. We've got a great switch in being Altaria. Even if he Toxics, it doesn't matter because we can just double out. Because of that natural cure. There's a close combat, gets another crit. This Ditto's on critting mode today. Alright, let's see what his switch-in is. He goes into the Mimikyu. Okay. We'll break that in his disguise, that's fine. I think we're just going to go hard into Cobalion here, because we've already broken the disguise, we don't need to go into Mandibuzz and take a butt ton of damage. So we're just going to go hard into Cobalion. Cobalion's fine. I'm assuming Cobalion knocks out Mimikyu. Yeah, we do 98 to 115, so it'd need quite incredible roll not to knock him out. And it could be a Will-O-Wisp set, which would suck, but I think that's really unlikely. I have to say, I don't think he's going to be a Will-O-Wisp set. If he is, then he caught me right off guard, and props to him. Excuse me. Okay. So let's just go for a Sword Stance, which I'm not sure was a great play. Unless he's maybe Berry, but... He could just go hard Ditto, but that thing's poisoned, so... I think it's going to take some damage. Alright, so he's fairly bulky. He's going to Drain Punch, we live. He's probably going to have Shadow Sneak. So... Just going to go hard Mandibuzz. There's the Shadow Sneak. Takes a little bit of damage. He'll go for a Play Rough here. Foul Play will knock him out. Yeah, I think that's fine. That looks like it's max HP, max attack. He's actually going to go hard Aerodactyl. Huh. That's interesting. I think this is going to have a little bit of bulk. Yeah, he does max of 72, so he can't actually kill me from here. And now Mimikyu's at like 10-15%, oh that's at 40% I suppose, isn't it? He's at 40%. Please don't. I am very tempted to just knock this thing out. We could go into Virizion, but I think that's just a weird play. I think we're just going to knock him out, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to knock him out. He's going to double into his Ditto, take a little bit of chip. He might want to go for a Roost here. He might want to U-turn. I think he'll probably Roost here, get himself a little bit more HP. I don't think he's going to want to U-turn here because he doesn't want to take a U-turn himself. Alright, we're going to Roost here. He does actually U-turn. Okay, fair enough. What's he going to do here? Go back into Aerodactyl. He's going to go into Silvally. Goes into Silvally. Okay. He could be max speed. It could be enough, so he's going to outspeed me anyway, so we get the U-turn. He's going to Ice Beam, do a little bit of damage. Let's see, that looks like probably max special attack. Yeah, that's offensive. That's modest max special attack. And it's a max roll as well. 216 is the max roll. How much health have we lost? 216. There we go. Look at that absolute max roll. That's alright. I mean, he could have an expert belt or something, but I don't think he'll be doing enough if he's an expert belt. I think we just go into Cavalion and click close combat. Virizion and click close combat rather. Because we don't care if he goes Mimikyu because we outspeed it. He has to sack something off here. We can go Ditto. I think Ditto might die. Let's have a look. We do 66 to 70 something. He opts to go into Blacephalon. Excellent, we just get to go into Miltank and get our Stealth Rocks up. I suppose you see my set now, he doesn't have anything to fear from Virizion. It's a smart play, yeah, I can get behind that. How much does Virizion, Blacephalon do to... I did 21. He gets the burn. Oh! God damn it. Alright, so it looks like he's max special attack potentially scarfed. That's not fun. I think we'll just go for a Toxic. Catch the Mimikyu. Man, that's unfortunate. Alright. I think he's probably going to Drain Punch here. So we have a choice, you can go Virizion, take the Drain Punch completely fine. Or you can go Mandibuzz and hope he doesn't Sword Stance. He's probably Adamant Max Attack. Let's have a look. Copalion. +2 Life Orb. Drain Punch. 91 to 107. Yeah. Used max attack. Okay. So if he's going to stay in here, he could just go for a Play Rough, which would suck. Actually, Play Rough would knock out Virizion completely. I think they have to sack Cavalion here. I think that sounds fair enough. Oh god, no! I misclicked. Oh. Oh, that is really annoying. Those moments when you misclick Mamoswine instead of Cavalion. Alright. This just got harder. How much do with an Ice Shard? 36 to 42. If he is adamant... Actually, we need to work out his bulk. Because if he's uninvested in speed, we'll outspeed him. Cobalion. We only did like 70%. Ironhead we did 87. There is no chance he's uninvested in HP. I think he's almost certainly max HP and uninvested in speed. Can he be Jolly? Jolly without speed. I think we just pick Ice School Spear. If he Shadow Sneaks, how much does he do? Just like 20%. Just goes into this thing. We actually get 5 hits and knock that thing straight out. That's nice. Obviously not ideal, because we've lost most of our health on our Mamoswine. Alright, she's going to see our set now. Yeah, just click Earthquake, probably. Because I don't think... Mamoswine... Icicle Spear with 3 hits is basically going to kill me, but he's not Lifeform at all. He's not even close to Lifeform. He can quite easily knock off though. Knock off is not ideal in any scenario. How much does he do to Miltank? 43 to 51 with a Quake. Man, this Mimikyu is being a hell of a problem. I need to get a roost off with my Mandibuzz. If we go into Cavalion and he goes for an Ice move, what do we do then? We go into Miltank. If he goes for a knockoff, will it even kill? After Hail it will, yeah, definitely. Cabalion's got an ice and knockoff will kill, yeah. I see no scenario of him going for an ice type move. But Mandibuzz will eat a hit. If we lose Mandibuzz, do we lose the game? I don't think so. They've made really friggin' difficult around Mimikyu. Alright, let's go into Mandibuzz. Goes for the knockoff, that's fine. Lose our Roselia Berry. But this gives us free recovery, which is what we desperately need at the moment. And if he goes Mimikyu, we just foul play and do a ton of damage. He goes Silvally. How much do we do with the foul play? We do over half. Which is he on? 53, so we kill him off with the foul play. So we know he's fully specially offensive. Excuse me. I see no reason not to go into Miltank unless he doubles into Mimikyu. I also feel like Virizion is a really good switch in. I'd like to get Stealth Rocks up though. I'd really like Stealth Rocks up. I'd also like some more health on Miltank. You could just Parting Shot as well, which would kind of suck. I think Parting Shot would be a weird play once this thing weakened, and I don't care if Miltank loses attack and special attack. But I do care if he goes back into Mimikyu, because SD Mimikyu at this point rips through my team, although Mamoswine still outspeeds it. And Virizion does. If I'd even Altaria might. 228. Even Altaria is going to outspeed it actually. Albeit pretty unhelpful. Okay, I think we're going to go hard into Mandibuzz, Miltank. Goes for the Ice Beam, that's another crit. Alright, just going to Milk Drink, because we... I mean, we could just Rocky him here. I don't think Rocky him's going to kill Mimikyu though, somehow. A burn. Miltank is not going to kill. Especially as I'm uninvested. Yeah, it's going to do like 0. It does 16! Oh man. Yeah, that's basically a waste. Man, that burn sucks. If he goes into the Mimikyu, what next? I mean, he is toxic. I mean, this time I'll be able to sack Valiant off, and then go into Virizion. I need to Milk Drink. Alright, so he's going to give me free opportunity for rocks. He's going to probably set up rocks himself. Yeah, there they are. But rocks affect him because it's basically going to mean that Aerodactyl dies. I think this is a free toxic. What's he going to do? He's going to go potentially back into Silvally. He's not going to go into Aerodactyl here. He's not going to go for Cephalon, obviously. I think we just double into Poison Ivy. I think that covers literally every play. Yeah, there's the Silvally. Get a little bit of chip on that. Because I don't care if he goes for Cephalon, because I have a switch in. Yeah, we'll just click Close Combat again. Alright, now we just Energy Ball. Knock out the Mimikyu. Alright, so the biggest threat to our team is dead. The biggest threat is dead. He goes into this. And suddenly Cobalion has come really helpful. And Mandibuzz has lost all utility, which is great. He goes for Wing Attack here. Does Wing Attack into Stone Edge knock me out though? He could Roost. Roost would be a sucking thing to happen. I really don't want this thing getting healthy. Aerodactyl. Offensive, Adamant, because he can afford it. Mandibuzz. Actually take from a wing attack. What area is it? 28%. I mean, unless he misses a Stone Edge, then we die. I mean, how much health are we on at the moment? We're on 89. Okay, so 89, we're 90%. That brings down to about 65. No, it won't. Yeah, it will. I mean, it could be jolly, but I don't see any point in him being jolly. It doesn't matter because you can just go into Mammoth Swine the following turn and Ice Shard. No, we don't. We go into Cobalion and Volt Switch. That's a far better play. I would like to get rid of Stealth Rocks though, because that limits Cobalion switch-ins. I don't think sacking... I mean, is sacking Mammoth Swine the play? Ice Shard is really nice for this thing. It guarantees a kill. In fact, we could just go into Best Spin afterwards. Oh, he's probably got Iron Head actually. Iron Head doesn't do that much. .66 to 78. Alright, so it'll actually kill at this range. Alright, so I think we don't really need this anymore, do we? Actually, we do. Just in case Cobalion dies and we can't kill Silvally. I don't think Silvally should be a problem. I don't really want to risk it though. Huh. It's an interesting turn of events. Do I think he's gonna... If he's gonna roost, we go Mammoth Swine and Ice Shard. Cobalion has maybe 2 Stealth Rock switch-ins, so it's not the end of the world if... Alright, we're just going to go Mandibuzz. It's not the end of the world if it dies. You didn't Mega, you Muppet. If he misses a stone... Actually, we can see how much this does. Aerodactyl, offensive, Stone Edge, wing attack 22 to 26. That did 13. Are you uninvested? Oh, that's because I'm counting against Altaria. 13. That's pathetic damage. That's definitely not adamant damage. 13.7 is minimum jolly max attack. Sorry, max, yeah. Stone Edge will still knock me out, but... Interesting. Okay, well... What should we do the foul play? We did tons of damage. We did 25 more than what he's got left, so he's got... Then with 32 he would have had... He would have about 68 damage with a foul play. Yes, he's uninvested in HP. I think it's jolly max attack. Huh, interesting. I mean, I think we roost here? No, I think we foul play on the off chance he misses. Because if we roost, then he gets a chance to hit foul play, Stone Edge again. And Stone Edge will still do a ton of damage. In fact, I'll do over half. So it would be... We have a much better chance just foul playing. There's the miss of Stone Edge, yeah. That's huge. That Stone Edge miss sucks. Mandibuzz claims another kill. That is super lame. To be fair, I was sacking off Mandibuzz. It is a bonus if he missed a Stone Edge. I think he has to go Blacephalon. I don't know, he can just go into the Silvally. Silvally, it can do some work from here, because he knocks me out from... Actually, no, he can't knock me out from 52. We know he's max special attack, modest, but he can't knock me out from this range unless he's Z. Ooh, he could be Z. But it could be Z parting shot. The funny thing is, I always seem to live everything on 181%, which is what everyone seems to think. And the funny thing is that it's going to happen again. What health are we on? 216. Okay, so he can actually, we're not actually on 52%. If he gets another absolute max roll, he can knock us out here. But I think we roost anyway, because I don't care. Foul play only does 28%. Actually no, it's less than that because this is max HP and he's uninvested in attack. It does like 20%. So we're just, yeah, we're going to roost. He is there's the Z parting shot, he's going to heal up his Ditto. Or his Blacephalon, which would be a weird. Alright, so Blacephalon's healed. I think you die. I don't think there's anything you do to kill me. Fire Blast does nothing. Mind Blown? Mind Blown does 78% or 79%. Foul Play, yeah, it'd be just Foul Play. Let me just double check that this isn't going to affect it. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, 0. Yeah, we knock him out with a Foul Play. There's Flamethrower, does 41. He gets the burn! For God's sake! Oh, it doesn't matter. Never mind, I'm alright with that. I just want to say, I've been doing some testing with Ben for one of his games, and he burnt me with Flamethrower 3 times in one game. I've been burnt with Flamethrower twice in one game. We're just gonna roost. I have no reason not to. And I think we're gonna go U-turn into our let me just double check that Altaria knocks this thing out. I'm sure it does. Silvally. Max HP. Altaria. Mega 42 to 51. I probably ought to check. Altaria. Bespin. Mega. 1 base power. That does nothing. That does absolutely nothing. That does 1. It's frustration. Knockout Silvally. Alright, I mean, I would be tempted to keep the 6-0, but it doesn't matter because Cobalion comes in and revenge kills, and so does that other one. Alright. This should be game, because I think he's going to be max happiness. Yeah, he is. Good game. Alright, so the biggest problem there was the miss on Stone Edge. As you saw at the end there, Mandibuzz claimed another couple of kills. Or it claimed another kill at least. So Mandibuzz was once again a giant pain in the ass. So yeah, that was rough, I have to say. I think that this wasn't a 6-0 game. This was definitely more of a 2-0 game. The Cobalion was basically dead. The Mamoswine was basically dead. Alright, so that was my game against Jake. Sorry you didn't catch the post-game chat, but he was pretty busy, so had to do without that, I'm afraid. But yeah, that is the table at the moment. As you can see, we are now in 2nd place, above Alan, who is in 3rd. We do have 1 win over him. We've got quite a lot of differential benefiting us from that win just there. but he is closing up behind us, and he has 2 games to play. One against Ben, and I believe one against Elliot. I think. Maybe not. He might. I've still got to play Elliot again. So, yes, it's looking good now. We have a very solid lead over Jake at this point, in terms of differential particularly. So even if, because he has to win 2 games and we have to lose the rest of them, so he has to win at least 2 games and we have to lose the rest of them for him to go through, essentially, because he's not going to catch us on differential. There's a difference of 25, which is a lot. That's a big difference. So it's looking really solid for us at the moment. I hope you all enjoyed. It was a bit of a different thing. I'm not used to doing that, but it was definitely fun. So yeah, please do leave a like, and if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, please do leave a dislike and give me some feedback in the comments below on what you think I could do to improve. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later.